You have probably heard that drinking clove water every single day is a kind of miracle for your health. And for a lot of people, that is actually true. Clove water can support digestion, it can help balance blood sugar, and it carries one of the most powerful natural compounds found in any kitchen spice. But here is what almost nobody tells you. For 3 specific groups of people, that very same daily habit can be working against you quietly without any warning signs until the damage is already done. I am going to walk you through all 3. The first one most of you will recognize. The second one catches many people by surprise. But it is the third group that worries me the most because the majority of people in it have no idea they belong there. So stay with me all the way to the end, because that third type could include someone you love, or even you. First, let me explain why this matters so much, because once you understand this, everything else makes sense. The reason clove is so powerful comes down to one compound called eugenol. Eugenol is what gives clove that warm, sharp aroma, and it is also responsible for nearly all of its effects on the body. Eugenol has been studied for its ability to act as a natural blood thinner. It can influence how your liver processes substances, and it has shown effects on blood sugar regulation. These are real, measurable properties, and this is exactly the point. Clove water is not weak. It is not just flavored water. It is a mild but genuine medicine. And anything strong enough to help you is also strong enough to interact with your body in ways you did not intend. A glass of water that does nothing cannot hurt you. But clove water does something, and that is precisely why, for some people, doing it every single day becomes a problem. So let us look at who those people are. The first group is people who take blood-thinning medication. If your doctor has you on something like warfarin or even a daily low-dose aspirin for your heart, this one is for you. Here is why. Eugenol, that powerful compound in clove, has a mild blood-thinning effect of its own. On its own, in a normal person, that is usually harmless. But when you stack a natural blood thinner on top of a prescription blood thinner, the two effects can add together. Imagine you are already taking aspirin every morning to protect your heart, which is very common for people over 50. Your blood is already a little thinner than normal by design. Now you add a daily glass of clove water on top of that. You may be pushing your blood thinner than your doctor ever intended. What does that look like in real life? Bruises that appear from almost nothing. Cuts that take longer than usual to stop bleeding. Bleeding gums when you brush your teeth, and in more serious cases, bleeding that you cannot see at all on the inside. I want to be clear and honest with you here. The strongest evidence for this comes from studies on concentrated clove oil and isolated eugenol, not from a mild cup of clove water. But the mechanism is real, and the risk is not worth taking lightly. If you are on any blood thinner, this is a conversation to have with your doctor before you make clove water a daily ritual. The second group is people with diabetes who take medication to lower their blood sugar. Now, this one is interesting because clove water is often recommended for blood sugar, and that recommendation is not wrong. Clove has shown the ability to help lower blood glucose. For many people, that is a benefit. But think about what happens if you are already taking medication, like metformin or insulin or other glucose-lowering drugs. That is doing the very same job. Your medication is lowering your blood sugar. The clove water is also lowering your blood sugar. Together, they may push your levels down too far, into a state called hypoglycemia, which means blood sugar that is dangerously low. And low blood sugar can be just as dangerous as high blood sugar, sometimes more so in the moment. The warning signs are shakiness, sudden sweating, confusion, dizziness, a racing heart, and in severe cases, fainting. For an older adult living alone, an episode like that is not a small thing. A dizzy spell can become a fall, and a fall can change everything. So the lesson here is the same pattern you are starting to see. It is not that clove is bad. It is that clove, plus, your medication may be too much of the same thing at once. If you are managing diabetes with medication, you need to know this before you commit to a daily habit. Now, those first two groups, blood thinners and diabetes medication, a lot of people can guess. They make sense once you hear them. But the third group is different. This is the one that most people never see coming, and it is the reason I made this video. Because you can be perfectly healthy, taking no medication at all, and still belong to this group without knowing it. Let me show you what I mean. The third group is people who are scheduled for surgery or who have a problem with their liver or kidneys. Let us take surgery first, because this is the one that surprises everyone. If you have any operation coming up, even a minor one, even a dental procedure, that blood-thinning effect of eugenol becomes a serious concern. Surgeons need your blood to clot normally so they can control bleeding during and after the procedure. This is exactly why doctors tell patients to stop certain supplements and medications about 2 weeks before surgery. The problem is that almost nobody thinks of their daily clove water as a supplement. They think of it as just a healthy drink. So they keep drinking it right up until the day of the operation, and they never mention it to anyone, because it never occurs to them that it matters. If you have surgery on the calendar, this is something your surgeon genuinely needs to know about. Now, the second part of this group, and this is the quiet one, people with reduced liver or kidney function. Remember how I said eugenol is processed by your liver? In a healthy body, your liver and kidneys handle it easily and clear it out. But as we age, liver and kidney function naturally declines, often slowly, often without any obvious symptoms. Many people over 60 have some reduction in function and have no idea because the body is very good at hiding it until it is advanced. When those organs are not working at full strength, compounds like eugenol can build up instead of being cleared out efficiently. A daily dose that would be harmless for a younger person with strong organs can become a burden for someone whose liver or kidneys are already working harder than they should. This is why I call this the most important group. You cannot feel it. There is no warning. You could be doing everything right, drinking your clove water faithfully every morning, believing it is helping, while your body is quietly struggling to keep up. The only way to truly know where your liver and kidney function stand is a simple blood test from your doctor. Now, after all of this, you might be thinking that clove water is dangerous and you should pour it down the sink. Please do not do that. That is not the message at all. For most healthy adults who are not in those three groups, clove water in moderation can be a genuinely pleasant and helpful addition to your day. The key word is moderation. So here is how to do it sensibly. Keep it to 1 cup a day, not several. Drink it earlier in the day rather than on an empty stomach if it bothers your digestion. Use a few cloves steeped in water, not a concentrated extract or clove oil, which is far stronger and where most of the real risks come from. And pay attention to your body. If you notice easy bruising, unusual tiredness, dizziness, or any change in how you feel after starting this habit, stop and talk to your doctor. Your body will often give you signals if you are willing to listen. Above all, and I cannot say this enough, if you take any regular medication, if you have surgery coming up, or if you have any condition affecting your liver or kidneys, have one simple conversation with your doctor before making clove water a daily ritual. One short conversation can save you from a problem you never saw coming. So let us bring it all together. The 3 types of people who should think twice before drinking clove water every day are these. First, anyone taking blood-thinning medication. Second, anyone using medication to control diabetes. And third, anyone scheduled for surgery or living with reduced liver or kidney function. Clove water is not the villain here. It is a powerful natural drink, and like anything powerful, it deserves a little respect and a little awareness. Used wisely by the right person, it can be wonderful. Used blindly by the wrong person, it can cause quiet harm. Now, I would like to hear from you. Did you recognize yourself in any of these 3 groups? Or do you know someone who drinks clove water every day who really needs to see this? Let me know in the comments below and share this with someone you care about. It might be the most important thing they read today. Take care of yourself, stay curious about your health, and I will see you in the next one.